evening, friends. Welcome to this session. As it is, as you know, there's more news about what's happening in the Empuran movie, news as far as the raids are happening. And we're talking about raids happening not only at the main producer Gokulum Gopalan's offices. Now today, as you see, social media has been so active to expose these people. Now trouble is mounting for none other than Prithviraj. Now you see, an IT notice has been served to him, and the ED Cochin Zonal Office has conducted search operations on 4th and 5th under the provisions of FEMA 1999 at locations in Kozhikode, Kerala, and 2 locations in Chennai of Gokulum Gopalan's offices, and also his residence and the premises of Sri Gokulam Chits and Finance. The searches led to the seizure of rupees 1.5 crores in cash and incriminating documents in violations of FEMA. So, friends, this is very, very, it's just like, we had expected what was going to happen, that, one after the other, the producers. Now, see, they are very intelligent. They do not call themselves like, they only call Gokulum Gopalan the producer. But actually, they are 3 producers. One is Prithviraj Sukumaran's wife. Okay, we are talking about Supriya Sukumaran. So let's go to her image. Yeah, and that's Supriya Sukumaran. So she's the producer of Prithviraj's movies, and here he is shown as a director. And then here also you see, if you look very closely at this, you will find, let me just read this out for you. 1 second. Just hold on, friends. I'm just trying to get that image of that. Yeah. So let me just, 1 second, hold on. So she says that she is with her Masood, in the latest car that they have, because they have very expensive cars now. And expensive cars, like it could be anything, like Porsche or whatever, because now he lives in a very, very expensive home in Pali Hill. And he has become a very, very rich man. Now, she poses with him in this car and says that this is Mr. Masood. So she's very proud to stand with a man who's actually representing a terrorist. And if she's not so happy in India, I don't know why she doesn't go to Pakistan, is my question. So welcome, Leena. Meera, welcome, Leena. And welcome, Fennel. Welcome. Welcome, Savitri. Justice for Sushant Singh Rajput, absolutely. Agencies must try to find out who is funding him. And anti-Sanatana film, says Leena. And Manoj Kumar died. Yes, he was a great filmmaker. And look at her beaming with joy after what they have done. Afghanistan is the best place for these kind of women. Now, let's just look at the kind of cars they have. You see, the swanky lifestyle that Prithviraj and his wife Supriya are living. And they live in Pali Hill. They have a house in Pali Hill. And they've been raided many times by IT for not paying their taxes. Okay, so now his name in this movie is Zayed Masood, and she's very proud to be posing with Zayed Masood. And in this also, if you look at the, if you look at this image, you'll find out that she's spoken very, very happily about the release and the kind of dedication that Prithviraj has put in this movie, which is, in other words, a Deshdrohi movie. It is an anti-Hindu movie, an anti-Christian movie, and anti our leaders as well. Welcome, Mohan. Always nice to see you. In 2022, some years back, the IT department searched Prithviraj's house and office over discrepancies in his tax filings. Now the search is extended to his production company and other associated entities. Producers Anthony Permavood, Liston Stephen, and Anto Joseph have also faced similar probes before. So in 2022, this has happened. And let me just show you an image of that. Yeah. So here you'll see, if you read this very closely, you'll find out that these people have been raided time and again. Now, who is Anthony Permawur? Anthony Permawur was only a driver to Mohanlal, who actually Mohanlal, what he did was he made him a big man and he made him his producer because perhaps he trusts him in handling certain matters. So now they have started a production house called Ashirwad, under which all these kind of dubious movies are made. You remember the Lion of the Arabian Sea? That was also Mohanlal's movie, which was produced by the Confident Roy, Confident Group Roy. That also was an anti-India movie because it was, this man was never a hero. Marikkar was never a hero. He was anti the Maharaja of Kerala at that time. So these people are making anti-films left and right, and people like Prasun Joshi are busy having tea and coffee, not worrying about this because his thoughts himself are that he's a urban Naxal and he likes it. Strict action must be taken as they have not learned their lesson yet, says Pusar. And says Meera. And Fennel says deep scrutiny should be done on Prithviraj and his other wrongdoings. Such people are part of an ecosystem which is against our nation, who can stoop down to any level just for the sake of money. Why do they keep Hindu names is what. Now, let me tell you a very interesting incident, friends. When this is some years back before Prithviraj was known. When I was staying at a hotel, I saw him. At that time, he was not popular like these superstars, Mohanlal and Mammootty. And he was coming, I was in the lounge and, having some tea, when suddenly he popped up from nowhere. He was, I assume he was also staying at the hotel. And he looked at me and I just smiled at him because I recognized that he's an actor. And he was so humble and polite. Now, I really do not know whether this man has changed after he married his wife, Supriya Menon. Because this lady, she worked with NDTV and also with, with BBC. And you'll see that, somehow this lady cannot be trusted at all. Because it is after the marriage that this man has become super rich. And when money comes in this manner and they can buy a house worth 30 or 40 crores in Pali Hill, then questions will be raised. From where did he get this? Because Malayalam films do not make so much money. Even abroad, they don't make so much money. So what is the reason that these people have, suddenly started becoming very rich? So is the film industry being used for money laundering? Overseas collections are often inflated, and financial records remain undisclosed. I don't know why. If a film's budget is inflated, it reduces the taxable profit and facilitates money laundering. So why is there no clear documentation of foreign earnings is what I would like to ask Amit Shahji. Because this is happening not only in Bollywood, but it's happening in all the woods in India. They're all making money this way. Is the film industry just a business or a financial, cover-up? Is what we are asking. So when it happens to Shah Rukh Khan, when it happens to Salman Khan, when it happens to Karan Johar's movies, and it's now happening in the South as well, then, it's high time the government woke up and said that, now these people need to be checked. And that's exactly what is happening now. These people are all now being checked. Now, actor and filmmaker Prithviraj Sukumaran has received an income tax notice over payment discrepancies in 3 co-produced films, which is Gold, Janaganamana and Kaduva. He reportedly received payments as a co-producer, not as an actor. The IT department has sought clarification by April 29th. That means 29th of this month. The Enforcement Directorate raided the Chennai office of producer Gokulum Gopalan, uncovering alleged FEMA violations and found 1.5 crores there. Now, people are getting very upset over it, and everybody is asking questions. So one person said, this is what happens when illegally earned money is used to make propaganda movies against the country, against its leaders, against religions and communities living in peace, trying to create, disharmony and trying to create riots. And the producer claims that the movie collected so and so much amount of money internationally and within India. Will the claiming collection match with their accounts? Is the question. You know. And another citizen said that as a citizen enjoying freedom comes with responsibility. Remember, this is a vast country filled with true patriots. You may be considered celebrities or elites by some, but to a patriot, you mean little because for them, the nation and its values come first. Everyone else falls in line after that. So keep that in mind, especially you so called intelligent people flaunting your shallow business acumen. And now the Congress party has said that, see, this is all, we should have freedom of expression. Have they forgotten the emergency imposed by Indira Gandhi? What kind of freedom was that for the citizens? And the kind of attacks they did when Kangana's movie Emergency came out, they did not want to show it. So, which means that as long as it doesn't affect them, Congress is very fine with all these Deshdrohis. I'm now saying very clearly Deshdrohis like Mohanlal, Sukumaran, Prithviraj Sukumaran, and also Gokulum Gopalan. We're talking about people including Anthony Pedmavur, Supriya Menon. These people are all a part of the cabal who are making, a mockery of our country. Now, don't forget the fact that the mainstream media has jumped to the, make it even worse. Now, Sardesai, we're talking about Rajdeep Sardesai of India Today. He says, why are most people boycotting, why are most people, saying that attacking Prithviraj Sukumaran and the income tax rates? Is it, now it's happening because of the fact that the attack is on the center. And that's why they are being raided like this, IT raid. So now we are asking India Today, Sardesai, that why is everybody boycotting the channel? The same channel that glorified Riya Chakravarti was a prime accused in the SSR case. The channel that supported people like Beer Biceps who made jokes about incest and oral sex in a public forum, and so many more negative things that they have done. Now, Sardesai, the message is very clear. You have freedom to do films, but not freedom to do FEMA violation. So what are we talking about when we say FEMA violation? FEMA violation means Foreign Exchange Management Act. So it means that FEMA supports citizens and emergency personnel to build, sustain and improve the nation's capability to prepare for and protect against, respond to, recover from and mitigate all hazards. So now here we're talking about the fact that they have made fun of our country, and whether money laundering is also a big part of it is something that we really need to find out. Now going back to Prithviraj. So let me just, 1 second friends. So here you see more lovey-dovey pictures of the couple as they live and dwell in luxury. Where is this money come from? Where is it ill-gotten gains? And you also have the fact that this is Gokulum Gopalan, the chit fund person who made his money through chit funds and who has many hotels in India, and his offices have all been raided. And also the fact that he's very close to Mohanlal and Prithviraj Sukumaran. So now, this development comes at a time when Prithviraj is in the spotlight for his latest film, Emperor. Now, the film faced flack for some scenes depicting the 2002 Gujarat riots, which explores Prithviraj's character, Zayed Masood's life story. Okay, so what we're talking about here is that this man, he's absolutely shameless in the fact that they've been making money in so many movies. I've already told you how many movies they are being questioned in. So we are talking about Janaganamana, Gold and Kadavu. So in all these movies, they have been using an agenda to attack India and mock India. So which means there is an international agenda behind this. And that, they are making money the wrong way. And whether this money, they deserve such a luxury and lifestyle is the question when they are betraying their own country. Now, this is Mohanlal without his wig. He doesn't have hair, but of course, he wears a wig like most of the superstars in the South do. As they grow old, they still want to look 20 years old. So that's why Mohanlal wears a cap when he doesn't want to wear a wig. Now, everybody, see, many of us in the earlier films of Mohanlal, we all admired this man because he acted rather well, especially in family movies. But ever since he has become, Kerala's demography has changed, and this Mattancheri mafia has come into being. Lot of things have entered Kerala. Our youth have been, induced to take drugs, and now they say the rate of violence in Kerala is the highest. Through many reasons, it could be drugs, it could be many other reasons that Kerala is facing. It's not something to be happy about. It's something they should be ashamed of. Pinrai should be ashamed of. And when Pinrai praises this movie, we're not surprised because he has never bothered about India at all. He and his whole family, his daughter and his son-in-law, they've all made money through gold smuggling. And this has never come out. Why it has been suppressed, God alone knows. Okay, so they were doing gold smuggling openly, and the lady who did it has exposed everything, but she has been suppressed. Her voice has been suppressed. This is how Kerala is functioning. So let me just take a few comments that you are, putting forth. And yes, this is Perma Wood, the producer of Ashirwad. Now these people, it's going to be one by one. It's going to be Gokulum Gopalan, who's already been raided by the ED. Now it is Prithviraj Sukumaran, because his wife is the co-producer. And next it's going to be Ashirwad Productions, which comes under Mohanlal. And the producer is Anthony Permavur, who was earlier his driver. So the people are, action is already being taken. And this is another lady who has been acting in such films. Her name is Manju Warrior. And she has this close association with people like this, and also the fact that they make movies that are not exactly India friendly or Hindu friendly, I would say. Earlier we spoke about Kerala Kitchen, which was making fun of our Sabrimala temple rituals. The most prominent temple in India is Sabrimala. And they were trying to make fun of the rituals in before you go to Sabrimala, what you're supposed to do. Now, yes, so NDTV and BBC were always anti-India, like Al Jazeera is what Lena is saying. And yes, more questions coming very fast. Fennel says deep scrutiny should be done on Prithviraj and all his other wrongdoings. Absolutely. And Mohan says such people are a part of an ecosystem which is against our nation, who can stoop down to any level just for the sake of money. Now, my question to everybody, these people, what they do is they call you Sanghi, and they say that why are you still, talking about the movie? Now, let me tell you one thing, friends. Those who watch such films are as much a part of this cabal as the people who have produced or directed it. Because these films are funding drug trafficking, the use of drugs among youth. It is also funding prostitution and all sorts of evil things, money laundering and everything. So if you are watching this film and thinking it is entertainment, that means you are encouraging these evils right under your nose. But if you take a stand and you say that I'm not going to watch this film, that makes you a patriot. Lina says, why do they keep Hindu names? Supriya Menon is a key person. She should be questioned first. Yes, she and her Masood. You saw her in this luxury car and saying that this is my Masood. So, they're proud of, the negative roles that they play. And, and also perhaps they love Pakistan very much. Now, Milburn says, are the raids done only to shut people's mouth, or do these raids get costly for these criminals? We are also waiting very carefully, Milburn, because what you have said is exactly what all of us feel. But let us see how serious the center and Amit Shah, are with regards to, raiding these people. Could she be his handler? This is a very, very important question. Rakesh, welcome. Rakesh, always nice to see you. And Nina says, do they deal in drugs? That is a lot of money. What a pity and grim situation prevailing in our country, that no justice is served to pure souls. SSR and Disha, even after the lapse of almost 5 years, God save our country. We've been fighting for SSR for the last 5 years, Mohanji. And we've been sending letters left and right to the Prime Minister, okay, and to the Chief Justice and to the President. And also to, Shinde when he was the Chief Minister. But no action has been taken. Now again this year we have sent letters to Prime Minister, the President, Honorable President, and copies have gone to the Chief Justice. If these people don't get any justice, that means justice is only for these two people who you see on the screen, who have betrayed the country. And they call themselves superstar and director, super director, or whatever, Prithviraj calls himself. Now, Meera says, Leena, there may be several dark things they are involved in. Perhaps these culprits would now put all the eggs in one basket. They get paid by the deep state for anti-India activities. What is his source of income, says Leena. Yes, they deal in drugs, is what Rajnikant says. Renu, you are speaking in a language that I don't understand. Kindly translate it. NDTV and BBC were always anti-India, like Al Jazeera. Pusat says, Minaji, only way anti-religious, anti-India cabal will learn their lessons if public completely boycott. Just stop watching movies like this on TV theaters. Minaji, Congress party is only suits itself. Total hypocrites. When the other party does what they do not like, all of a sudden it's a crime. But they can do the same shamelessly. It is righteous. Jay says, pathetic, greedy people not satisfied with however much money they make legally. Thanks, Congress leaders of the past and present taught us how to be corrupt. In FEMA, is FEMA connected to the cabal's alphabet soup? Now, Rajdeep is nothing but a paid propagandist. Ajay says, welcome, Ajay. Good evening. Always nice to see you. Rainit says, Meenaji, police raided an apartment in Tevara, Cochin, owned by actor Prithviraj Sukumaran. Drugs were found. And the tenant, Nujum Salim Kutti, was arrested. I remember this very well, Rainit. And what they said was they were tenants. He did not take responsibility for that. That's how big a coward he is. And he can't even protect himself. He puts his mother and his wife in front and says, fight my battle for me. I am a coward. Okay. So the mother starts crying, why are you bullying my son? And the wife says, I don't care. He's my hero. That's the kind of, fight that he's fighting. Welcome, Manjeet. Always nice to see you. In Kadua, Prithvi character spoke rudely to Vivek Oberoi character about his disabled child, which was muted later. So Mohan says, yes, we are living in an era wherein mafia and criminals are glorified and honest people are defamed, maligned, or demeaned. If she says, Supriya says, this is my Masood, in front of the latest car that they have, tomorrow she'll say that this is Dawood. She'll be proud even to say that she is with Dawood. Why not? It's like, Anil Kapoor standing with Dawood in one of the old pictures during a cricket show. Right. So these people are very proud to, talk about these, these negative elements. Welcome, Ankita. Always nice to see you. Jai Hind, Rajesh. Rightly said, Milburn. Will these people ever be punished in the court of law, or money will play its game by shutting people's mouth? Ankita says, Skanda's disaster movie and more to come. Good time for Salman Khan. Prithviraj's daughter is studying in Ambani school. All these people, Amitabh Bachchan's granddaughter is studying in Ambani school, right? This is a school for the elite. And who are these elite? Is the question. Now, moving on to other news is that now Bollywood has shut all doors for Priyanka Chopra. The actress now signs another South film after SSMB 29. Priyanka is all set to make a comeback in Indian films with Mahesh Bhatt starrer SSMB 29. The actress has reportedly signed this regional film. Now, with this Tamil film, she seems to be returning to her roots. The actress is all set to make a comeback in the movie after the movie Sky is Pink in 2019. Now, even though she made a comeback, Priyanka has seemingly steered away from Bollywood. The actress' only known Hindi film is Jile Zara, which has been put on the back burner since the cast of the film is preoccupied with other projects. Amid this, the actress will be seen next in SSMB 29, headlined by Mahesh Babu and directed by SS Rajmouli. Now, in the last month, the actress was busy with the shoot of a movie in Orissa. Before the wrap, it's not being reported that she's in talks with another regional film. In the Dax Shepard Armchair podcast, she spoke about what made her move away from Bollywood, hitting out at nepotism prevalent in the Hindi film industry. The actress said, "I'm not a nepo baby. I don't have that kind of support that exists in a big way in Bollywood movies. You know, they are multi-generational actors that come in and get multiple opportunities versus the ones that come in from outside. You don't have your uncle making a movie for you just because your last one tanked, right? You have to get in and you have to hustle for it." So this is what she said. That she also said that the industry insiders pushed her into a corner and played dirty politics. "I was being pushed into a corner in the industry. I had people not casting me. I had beef with people. I'm not good at playing the game. So I was kind of tired of the politics and I said I needed a break." Her statements had gone viral at that time. So friends, we move back to the question about the movies that are being shown, whether it is Pathan or whether it is Jawan or whether it is Empuran. Now, is the film industry being used for money laundering? Overseas collections are often inflated and financial records remain undisclosed. Many of the people have shown theatres abroad empty. So how come Prithviraj and Mohanlal are screaming that they are making so much of money on the box office? If a film's budget is inflated, it reduces taxable profit and facilitates money laundering. Why is there no clear documentation of foreign earnings? These are all questions that the center needs to ask. Because if the theaters are empty and they are saying that it is houseful, then there is something very, very murky, very sinister happening. And all these people, whether it's Manju Warrier, whether it's Tovino, whether it's Prithviraj, whether it's Mohanlal, they're all becoming very rich and they're buying real estate houses here and there. From which sort of income? We want to know where the money is coming from. So nobody watches Bollywood Kabal's movies, especially of Khan Gang. Now, anyway, Salman Khan's movie is such a, has bombed because this man can't act. And they've just planted his face in someone's, slim figure. It's going to be a domino effect if these criminals are brought to justice. Hope all gets exposed to awaken the people, says Milburn. The high-end schools are for Kabal Pras, so that they can make their black money to white. Nobody watches Bollywood Kabal's movies, especially Khan. Yes. And also, friends, please remember, whenever all these big stars, now I'm not going to name them, okay? All these big stars in Bollywood, when they're talking about buying and selling houses, buying left and right in Pali Hill and all the posh areas of Mumbai, realize that there is some money laundering happening at the back of it. And this is something that seriously needs to be addressed. With this, we end this session. We'll see you again tomorrow, friends. Good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.